welcome back to my channel. This is my channel, Travel Serendipity. Today is going to be my second video on this new channel. In case you didn't know, I do have a main channel, I guess you could call it, and it's Novel Serendipity. I will link it down below in case you are a avid reader like I am. That is my main channel. I am usually just a booktuber, but since I will be traveling now, I decided to make a travel channel, if that makes sense. I did a lot of brainstorming of what I wanted my second video on this channel to be, since my first one was just like an introduction to why I made this channel, so on and so forth. But I decided that I wanted this video to be the things that I basically consumed into my mouth that was just while I was in Japan that I loved, adored, and now completely 100% miss. So as the title says, this is gonna be deliciousness that I miss from Japan and that I'm super duper excited about. Why did I just say super duper? I'm so sorry. So I tried to keep this list categorized yet short. So I have 3 categories. 2 of the 3 categories have 2 items, and then the third category has 3 items. So let's get to it. The first one is restaurants. So I have 2 main favorites that are like my go-to, probably. I could probably name more if I really thought about it, but I wanted this to be like my most favorite things from Japan. The first one is Ichiran Ramen. This is my favorite ramen place of all time in Japan. When I was in New York for BookCon last summer, New York does have an Ichiran Ramen, and we went. I took my friends and it was fantastic, but it is 100% the place for me. Ramen is so popular in Japan. You can find it on around every single corner, whether it's a full-on restaurant chain like Ichiran or just a stall or street carts. Fukuoka has a whole ramen district. It's very interesting how much ramen is ingrained in the culture of Japan. And so Ichiran Ramen is my favorite place. I don't know why. It might be because it was my first big chain that I went to. It might be just because I really love the aesthetics of Ichiran, down to how you order, how it's given to you, the taste, the booths, everything about Ichiran is just absolutely fantastic. I will link my BookCon vlog down below with a timestamp of, in that vlog, my time at Ichiran while I was in New York, because it was almost identical to the Ichirans in Japan. The next restaurant is actually a burger restaurant. It is Moss Burger, and I had Moss Burger almost every single chance I could possibly get when I was in Japan. I interned in Japan, and a lot of times we weren't in the city. We were kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And so when we took trips into the city, everyone was like, oh, let's go get something, or let's try something new. And I'm like, I need Moss Burger. And a couple of times they all went to a different place and I went to Moss Burger alone. I don't know why. I'm a huge burger person. I love burgers. So when I found a restaurant that wasn't McDonald's that served burgers, I gotta tell you, my go-to is the spicy Moss Burger with potato, so French fries, and then a melon soda or melon soda. So yes, that is my go-to. I love it so much. Everything about that meal is fantastic. It's like a chili burger. I don't know, it's so hard to explain. And then the French fries or potato is just absolutely fantastic. So yes, those are my 2 probably favorite restaurants. I haven't tried as much as I would like because like I said, most of the time we were out in the middle of nowhere. I was at educational facilities where they fed you a meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it was just a set meal, and yeah, that's how I was fed most of the time. So I didn't get to try nearly as many restaurants as I would have liked while I was abroad, but since I will be living instead of just interning, and I will have my own apartment and in my own city and be able to travel to and fro wherever I want, whenever I want, I'm hoping to try a lot more. But as of right now, this is my favorite, and maybe I will do a favorites video after I return from Japan and kind of compare and contrast my list. Next, I'm going to do drinks because it kind of leads off of Moss Burger, but my favorite drinks, the first one is melon soda or melon soda. And I don't know, it's something that Japan has that America doesn't. It's just melon flavored soda. It is vibrant green. You can find it in vending machines. You can get it out of it's like a fountain drink. at like Mossburger. Some karaoke places have like melon soda and then like soft serve, and like I made like a melon soda float, like a root beer float, except it was a melon soda float. And so yeah, that's like one of my favorite drinks of all time for some reason. I absolutely loved it. The second one is actually an alcoholic beverage, and I'm going to be super simple and say Strong Zero. I love Strong Zero. I like the few different flavors they have of Strong Zero. It's just like, you can find it anywhere at Family Mart and 7-Eleven. Pretty much anywhere you go, you can find Strong Zero and it tastes delicious. So I'm also a very fruity kind of drink person, as you can tell from melon soda and Strong Zero. So those are my two drinks that I really just adored. The third category is foods. So this is not necessarily restaurants, but just kind of like food categories. My first probably favorite is probably going to be tonkatsu or pork cutlets. And I don't know if it's the actual pork cutlet or if it's the katsu sauce, or maybe the combination, the way they just deep fry it to perfection. I don't know, but it's fantastic. I love it. I could live off of it. I actually found a restaurant here where I live near me that has really good pork katsu, and it's delicious. I absolutely love it, like 100%. I could go there every day and have tonkatsu, so that is the first one. And kind of leading into the next one is I love curry, or kare as they would call it. And I like just regular curry, like just regular Japanese curry, or you can get katsu curry or katsu kare, where you get like a regular like curry, and then there's like a deep fried pork cutlet tonkatsu thing on the side, and then like you eat it together. It's my favorite thing to get when I go to karaoke places, because when you go to karaoke in Japan, you go for hours and you can get entire meals while you're there. So my go-to is actually katsu curry, and then I go out and get my like melon soda. So those two items actually go together quite well also. So here we go. And my last item for this category, my last item for this entire list, is actually yakiniku, and this is Japanese barbecue. And there's so many different ways that you can enjoy yakiniku. And while I was in Japan, I actually enjoyed it in multiple ways myself. When I was interning, kind of the lady that was kind of like taking care of us, basically looking over us as we interned and kind of getting us from point A to point B while we were there, we did a yakiniku just like on this like outdoor grill kind of thing behind this like government educational facility that we were at, and it was fantastic. It was my first yakiniku experience, Japanese barbecue experience, and there was just something about it that was just super special, and it was delicious. Another way you can actually enjoy it is actually at like an actual restaurant that caters just to this. And my host family actually took me to one of these restaurants, and there was like an indoor grill with like a huge vent that came down almost right to the grill, but you basically grilled your own meat and vegetables just like right there. And it was super fun. I have kind of a scary story to go along with it, but I will save that for another day. But yes, so those are all my favorites. If you have been to Japan and share any of these favorites, please let me know. If you have other favorites that you're like, Sarah, you just gotta try it when you go back, please let me know. I don't know where I'm going to be placed yet, but I do plan on traveling around the country while I'm there. But yes, please let me know what your favorites are if you have been to Japan. If you haven't been to Japan, let me know down below what you would like to try. But this is that video. This is my second video ever of like non-book related stuff. So I still feel kind of new at this, even though I've had a YouTube channel for almost 2 years. So here we are. But yes, I wanted to get another video on this channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Check out my other channel if you haven't already, and keep traveling. Bye.